What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into an absolute legend, a truck that defines an entire era of American automotive history. I'm talking about the one, the only, the 1972 Chevrolet C10 Cheyenne. Get ready, because this isn't just a truck. It's a time capsule, a workhorse, and a piece of rolling art all in one. So, why the 72? Why does this specific year model get collectors and enthusiasts so fired up? Well, to understand that, we need to rewind a bit. The second generation of Chevy CK series trucks, which ran from 1967 to 1972, was a game changer. Chevy called them the action line trucks, and for good reason. They completely redesigned them to be more than just utilitarian farm vehicles. These trucks were built to be comfortable, stylish, and capable of doing double duty as a daily driver or a family hauler. The design was revolutionary. The lead designer, a guy named Harry Bentley Bradley, wanted to create a truck that looked good from every angle. He lowered the beltline, added a distinctive shoulder line that ran the length of the truck, and designed a cleaner, more integrated look for the grille and headlights. This generation is often called the glamour pickups because they brought a level of style that was unheard of in the truck world. People started seeing their pickups not just as tools, but as an extension of their personality. And within that incredible 6-year run, the 1972 model stands as the grand finale. It's the last of the action line trucks before the complete redesign in 1973, which introduced the more boxy square body generation. So, the 72 represents the pinnacle of that design evolution, incorporating all the refinements and improvements made over the years. It's the most refined, the most feature-rich, and arguably the best looking of the bunch. One of the key things that sets the 72 C10 apart is the Cheyenne trim package. Now, Chevrolet was all about offering options, and the Cheyenne was the top of the line. If you ordered a Cheyenne, you were getting the best of everything Chevy had to offer. We're talking full-depth foam bench seats with high-end vinyl and often a cool, embossed pattern. You got plush carpeting instead of a rubber mat, which made the cab feel more like a car than a truck. The door panels were fancier, with wood grain accents and extra bright work. On the outside, the Cheyenne package added a ton of visual flair. You've got bright, polished trim along the lower body and around the wheel wells, a special Cheyenne emblem, and often a two-tone paint job that really made these trucks pop. It was all about adding a touch of luxury and sophistication. This was the truck you could drive to the job site during the week and then take out for a nice dinner on Saturday night without feeling out of place. It completely blurred the lines between work and pleasure. Let's talk about what's under the hood, because that's where a lot of the magic happens. The small block V8 South were the most popular choices, including the legendary 350 cubic inch V8. This engine is an icon for a reason. It provided a fantastic balance of power, reliability, and fuel economy. Well, 1970s fuel economy, anyway. It was smooth, it had plenty of torque for towing and hauling, and it made that unmistakable V8 rumble that we all know and love. You could also opt for a 307 V8, and for the real power-hungry buyers, you could even get a big block 402 V8. Imagine that, a factory big block in a half-tone pickup. These trucks could really move. And another thing that made the 72 so special was the suspension. This was the year that front disc brakes became standard on all light-duty trucks. That was a huge safety and performance upgrade over the old drum brakes. It gave drivers so much more confidence. But the real innovation was at the back. Instead of the harsh leaf springs that most trucks used, the C10 came with a coil spring rear suspension. This was a radical idea at the time. It provided a much smoother, more car-like ride. It meant the truck didn't bounce and jiggle all over the place when the bed was empty. This coil spring setup is a huge reason why these trucks are so popular today for building street rods and cruisers. They ride beautifully now. Let's take a closer look at the details of this specific beauty right here. This particular 72 Cheyenne is a fantastic example of why these trucks are so beloved. Check out this classic Hugger orange and white two-tone paint. It just screams 1970s cool. The body lines are straight, the gaps are clean, and all that Cheyenne chrome and stainless trim is just gleaming. These trucks have such a presence on the road. Inside, it's like stepping back in time. You've got the classic black vinyl bench seat, the simple, easy-to-read gauge cluster, and that big, thin-rimmed steering wheel. Everything is straightforward and functional. There's no distracting touchscreen, no complicated menus. It's just you, the road, and the machine. You get these beautiful wood grain accents on the dash and door panels that really elevate the interior. It feels premium, even by today's standards. And let's not forget the AM/FM radio, a high-tech option back in the day. One of the coolest and most unique features of the 72 models is the rearview mirror. It was actually glued directly to the windshield, which was a first for Chevy trucks. Before that, they were mounted to the roof of the cab. It's a small detail, but it's one of those little quirks that collectors and purists love to point out. It's part of the truck's unique identity. Driving one of these is an experience. When you turn the key and that 350 V8 rumbles to life, it's pure mechanical bliss. The visibility is amazing thanks to all the glass and thin pillars. You feel connected to the road in a way that you just don't in modern trucks. Every input you give, you feel the response. The steering has a bit of play, the brakes require a firm push, but it's all part of the charm. It's an engaging analog driving experience that puts a smile on your face every single time. It's not just about getting from point A to point B, it's about enjoying the journey. So, why has the 72 C10 Cheyenne become such a hot commodity in the classic car world? A few reasons. First, nostalgia. A lot of people grew up with these trucks. It was their dad's truck, their grandpa's truck, the truck they learned to drive in. They represent a simpler time, a piece of Americana. Second, they are incredibly versatile. You can restore one to factory perfect condition and win awards at a car show. You can turn one into a fire-breathing, pavement-pounding drag truck. You can lower it, throw some big wheels on it, and create a super cool street cruiser. Or, you can just keep it as a reliable shop truck for hauling stuff around. They are the perfect canvas for personalization. The aftermarket support for these trucks is absolutely massive. You can get literally any part you need, from a tiny trim clip to a complete brand new frame. And finally, they're just plain cool. The design has aged beautifully. It's timeless. It's tough and elegant at the same time. When you pull up in a beautifully restored or modified 72 C10, people notice. They smile, they give you a thumbs up, they want to come over and talk about it. It's a conversation starter. It's a piece of history that you can drive and enjoy every day. The 1972 Chevrolet C10 Cheyenne isn't just a vintage vehicle, it's a cultural icon. It represents the end of one great era and the transition to another. It embodies the spirit of American ingenuity, versatility, and style. It's a testament to a time when trucks were built to be both tough and beautiful, workhorses with a whole lot of heart. Whether you're a die-hard collector, a custom builder, or just someone who appreciates classic American iron, the 72 C10 holds a special place in automotive history. It's more than just a truck. It's a legend. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive into the iconic 1972 Chevy C10. What do you love most about these trucks? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit that like button. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our next adventure. We'll see you in the next one.